We're just lighting the candles. We're in the midst of the 6 portal. We opened them up on the 6th of June. We've been doing this monthly since the 11th of November 2019. So it got opened on the 6th of June. It closes on the 24th of June because the 24th adds up to 6th. And the balance point in the middle is the 15th, which is this Monday. There's 6 candles lit there. We will light these over here now. We wanted to shut down this morning because we had some very challenging stuff last night. We're learning how to trust and reconnect and have relationships again. And we made contact with our brother. He sent us a lovely message, which is good. Ow. But it's hard work connecting with others and hard work connecting with self. And we were listening to our meditations throughout the night and good music. And we're still feeling not great this morning. And every time we open up and share and communicate makes us feel not great. But our understanding of that is it's because it's the dissonance and chaos leaving the body. And what we learnt from the lovely Soulshine lady guide on meditation, Elizabeth Harper, is she shared that she gets emotional when she's making connections, new connections with herself. And we like that perspective because we get very emotional and it takes over the body and makes us just want to shut down and escape. But that's not healthy, and we're attempting to learn to be more present. And if we shut down, then we don't get present. But we want to shut down because when we meditate, it makes us past present, puts us in our past. But we like that version of when the get emotional, it means we're making new connections and connecting to ourselves bigger and better, because that means our intuition will get stronger and better. And this is the shadow dance with life, which isn't very pleasant. But look what we created. We're getting better and better. We want to buy more velvet, because we did our full moon one. Well, the older ones did their full moon one, but that doesn't work for us. It's not suitable for us. And they still got to adapt that anyway, and we think ours is better. It's prettier and more fun. We got our magnetic whiteboard, which we do our working notes on and stuff. And then we got magnets, because it's the electromagnetic rainbow field. So we got the coloured rainbow magnets to hold them in place, and we put the colours on the magnets related to the cards. So if you look here, where we go down, we've got the Lover's card, and you got the rainbow magnets on the Lover cards, and they actually make a rainbow. Like, if we change the perspective, you can see down the hole. And then we've got each colours on each of the cards. The darkness, that looks like you're going through brambles, so we put all the rainbows on there too. And then this one we like, because we dotted it out a bit, because you got to connect the dots. We've got a yoga card. So we started off with our Colourology card, And it was, this one came out, which was very fitting. Find richness from the dark night, number 28. Considering we're doing shadow work, not that we realised this is what we're doing, we didn't know until it unfolded. And then the next card we pulled, but actually 4 came out because all these ones along the top came out. We'll go through them in a minute, we just want to show you. And so there's this one, which was trust. I am safe, I am secure, in love I trust, my faith endures. And these 3 that came out were very fitting as well, if we can get them in here. Not good at this camera stuff yet. Knowledge, let me connect above and below, let the knowledge of ancestors flow. Wisdom, on a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. And joy, as I do will, so mote it be, let joy radiate from me. And look, there's a message here, look what we done. Shinto self-empowerment, Shinto's message to you, how to heal the holes in your rainbow electromagnetic fields, baby steps to start with, and there's interesting stuff in there. And then the next card we pulled, which made us very happy, was this one. It fell out because they fall out. And it was I smile, I laugh, I bounce, happy, which is good. We normally get horrible emotion cards. We don't like the emotions and the words. And then we pulled this one, which is our yoga card. So we'll do that later. We'll pull these all out in a minute and show you the back and do it better. But that's our yoga card, which is shark. And when you look into animal medicine, the shark is the shadow work in the depths of the sea. And then if you bring sound yoga into it, you go shh, shh, ah, ka, shh, shh, ah, ka. And then you use the last one, shark, shark. And that's the sounding and the speech therapy to make better language with the mouth yoga. And so then we're only going to do 4 of these and 4 other tarot, but 8 of these fell out. So we'll do our little interpretations, just wanted to show. And this is the protection, the moon phase for today, number 24, which is the reigning gibbous 1 protection. And we're utilising the energies of the sun. This is what we've been working since the last reading, so this is them interconnecting. So we wrote stuff down, we're attempting to be more organised. So now we showed you them. So that was the Queen of the Oracle Moon cards. And if we just show you actually the other packs here, because if you look at the bottom card of the pack, if you look at the bottom card of the pack, it's like the deepest subconscious bit. And then if you look at the top, we'll bring them up actually, and if you look at the top of the pack, it's what's in the conscious mind. So our first ones were the Colourology, and the top of the Colourology pack was Cyan, Build Your Confidence, number 35, which equals 8, which is Neve Deborah Coleman's numerology name. So that was fitting. And then on the bottom, it's number 41, which is 14 backwards, moderation. And that was Plum. Don't know if you can see it. Overcome your challenges, and that's what we're doing. So they were very fitting. We liked them. And then the next cards was the Magic Spell card deck. And the top card for the Magic Spell card deck was number 5 again. And it was... don't know if it reads that or not. Justice. Be the power of 3x3, Matt, deliver justice to me. And then 41 again, like the overcome your challenges, was on the bottom. These are the synchronicities of the numbers. Imagination, and that's what we're doing now, using imagination, being creative. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. We sure do, energy. We love you, energy. You help us and make us so much happier in the darkness within, because that's how we are within. So then we pulled the mood cards. So on the top of the mood cards, which we were just like, not again. It's always the same emotions coming back because there's multiple layers and layers like an onion, and they don't feel very nice. But the more we go through it, the more it will disappear and it won't come back again. Annoyed, not again. And these do have things on the back. They have like little guidance and questions on the back. So annoyed, ask yourself, what is annoying you right now? How does it affect you? What needs to be done to change the situation? Affirmation, I can communicate my thoughts and feelings in a positive way and go with the flow of whatever life brings. Yes, is that what we're doing? We're going with the flow and using our intuition to step into the unknown and the darkness. And then on the bottom of the pack, so it's the subconscious, what's at the very bottom of it, was phew! And we need a bit of that. I can breathe again. Relief. So that made us smile too. Relief. Ask yourself, what are you relieved about? What does it tell you about yourself? Is there anything you could do differently next time? Affirmation. Everything happens at the right moment. Divine timing. Everything happens for a reason. I am enriched by all experience and now let go and move on gratefully and gracefully. We surrender to the curiosity of the cosmos. We surrender to the gracity of gravity. We surrender to the graciousness and gratitude of Gaia. And we surrender to, forget that one, all aspects of our heart. With the intuition guiding the cat one, that came out when we were doing that. We were shuffling and Zendaya was at the window. And we were talking to him through the window. And we wanted a card to fall out and it wasn't falling out. So then we put it down. And as we put it down, we realised one had fallen out, and the one that fell out had been cat spirits. It's like, makes us very happy. So then we pulled out these ones here. So the one at the top of the World Unknown Tarot was that one, which is Roman numerals V1, which is 6, and it's a butterfly transformation. And it looks like the butterflies come out of the darkness and the brambles that hurt. And when we look at those brambles, it reminds us of when we were doing all our breath work, and it didn't matter how slow and gentle we got with our breath. If we weren't good with our breath, it was like someone was slicing us inside our nerves with knives. But if we got really slow and gentle with our breath, it felt more like someone was just scraping us with brambles inside. But we don't get any of that anymore, which is good. Not like we used to, so that's excellent. And what's good about the mirroring in this is that's a 5 and a 1, a V and a 1. And look what's on the bottom. The bottom is 4, which is a 1 and a V, so it's it mirrored back to front, and that's the Emperor. And it's a strong tree, and the Emperor's obviously number 4, and 4 is the number from Mother Gaia, which is good foundation, good structure. It's the number of a square from a 2D perspective, which is the shape of the root chakra red. And it's got an eclipse, and we're in between the lunar eclipse of Sagittarius, the full moon, last Friday, just over a week ago, day Saturday, and on summer solstice, it's a solar eclipse, and that's next Sunday, so a week tomorrow, so we're right in the middle, and that's an eclipse going on there. So we're doing what we're meant to be doing to learn and grow, which is great. So that's 4 and 6, and then the next tarot, the next pack we've got here is, so you've got 4 and 6, you've got the numbers 5 in between, you've got 4 and 6 there, and here you've got on the top 5, 4, 5, 6, and it's the bat spirit. And we went out to sit on the chair swing, and we had loads of bats like 3 meters above our head playing round. And the bat spirit, it says a rebirth is assured. So we're definitely going to be getting through all this eventually, and it's all going to be okay. And at the bottom of that, it was 52, which is the scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you, and magic sure does work through you when you get to know yourself and your intuition and just let it guide you, even if you don't know where it's going. And then on the other pack, the Good Tarot, which is these one here, it's on the top. We don't know these very well. We think it's a Messenger, we think that the horse one. That's the knights. We think that's the knight because a horse brings messages, doesn't it? And that's the messenger of fire. She's got lots of candles on her head, so we interpret that as she's lighting up. Mind you, they're not lit yet, are they? No, they are lit. They lit. So it's lots of fire. So that's a messenger of fire. So she's messenger's older than the page, teenager really. Page is young, messenger's teenager, and then you've got the, which is the horse, and then you've got the queen, and then the king, and then the bottom you've got king of air, and air is the mind. So messenger of fire is the passion and the heart, and air is the minds, and the king doesn't express like the queen, but it has control of the emotions. So we're getting, if we embrace the messages that our heart brings us, our passion, then we'll get to control of our emotions in the masculine energy aspect. But the idea is to be Empress. But we got Empress. The Empress is there. Because if you have... and we got Emperor, have we? Oh, no, the Emperor was over there. The Emperor is on the bottom of the other pack. So if you've got the Emperor and Empress, then that's the qualities of all the kings and all the queens in them. So we being good, and we started writing down more lists. We don't tend to follow the list very often, but I think the lists just help us get stuff out. So we kind of wrote down a list there of things more. We've got a numerology one, and at the top of the diary we've been writing down on the tops of the pages the moon phase and what it's at and stuff. And in the corner here we're writing down the meditation that we're meant to be doing backwards and forwards, because we're doing the soul shine one. And we've just written down there in the colour what we wrote on the front of this page, because this is one of the best ones yet for us. And eventually we'll get the rainbow different velvets and get all cameras and stuff sorted more as we learn and grow together. So yeah, this is Let's Learn and Grow Together for us. So we watch back, but I'm doing maximum output, and for anyone else that wants to learn different ways of tools of guiding themselves and perspectives and seeing a live healing journey and seeing what you can potentially get from it too. So, and obviously we watch back and learn and grow, and it will get better and better. And I think these will go towards eventually whatever the courses that we put out there for free as well for people. So Let's Learn and Grow Together. ShintoSE's, because ShintoSE's, SHINTOSE, is Shinto self-empowerment. ShintoSE's fun tools for the shadow dance with life. Using these tools to understand the language and multidimensional interconnectedness of energy. Because when we close our eyes, it's just darkness. We don't see or hear things, and that none of the alternate personalities speak to each other. Our only modality is the feeling of energy to be able to communicate, and we didn't know it very well, so this is how we've learnt it. And we've done all our yoga and lots of things before. So there's yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga, all of the 8 limbs. The first limb is your yamas, your external moral conduct, basically. We'll just do basically versions. Your niyamas is your second limb, which is your internal moral conduct. Your third limb is your asana, your postures. Your fourth limb is your pranayama, your rhythmic breath control. Your fifth limb is your pratyahara, freedom from the desires of your senses. Your sixth limb is dharana, concentration. Your seventh limb is dhyana, meditation. And your 8th limb is self-realization. Oracle cards, so you've got a different oracle, all these are kind of oracle cards and different types of cards. Obviously this card here brings in yoga as well from a different perspective, and for the kiddies, and you can like say the word as well. So here you've got snake, so you could take in this using the sound yoga and speech therapy for the kids and for adults to bring out the child within and the fun aspect. You can go sn, sn, s, because a snake does actually make a s sound, and that's the start of it. S, sn, sn, a, k, eek, snake, snake. And then we learnt with our mantras that you take the end bit and then do a mantra of that. So snake, K, K, K. K is an important one today because we've got shark and snake. So K, 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 K is an important sound to make for us today. And it's all to do with sound comes before light, you see. Because if you're not getting any light and it's just darkness, you don't have anything. But you do have sound, and sound can make everything go away. Because when you're in pain, you can just buzz it away. Or if you're getting angry, your liver holds your anger, and to calm that, and it's also for forgiveness and gratitude. And to calm that down, you can go shh, shh. And the action of blowing a candle out is what connects you into your kidneys. So then you've got the oracle cards, the tarot cards, the magnets, because we make shapes. You've got these balls. The balls didn't work. The balls just fell down on the boards, but you can make shapes and patterns out of the magnets. So they're fun. And we thought we'd use them to stick the cards up with on the boards, which is us being resourceful and resilient. And the interconnectedness of the energies here, because with the person we've started to make communication with, and that's the first, one of the challenging people to make communication with, because they're in the family, but the first, hopefully safest person to make communication with and start learning to trust with again is our brother. And he give us the magnets, you see, and so that's connecting the energies in of him with the magnets and putting them on. Not that we knew that at the time, and it's got colour, so we're using something that he gave us that makes us happy, and so that will help rebuild any past traumas or pains or dissonances between our relationships in the past, and help ease away. Moonology, because we're using the phases of the moons and the Moonology cards to go with the energies here. Astrology, because we're working with the sun, and the sun is the planet that rules Leo, and our rising sign is a Leo, and your rising sign is the destination, if we get this right, the destination that you want to get to. And we're a double Aquarius, so we're a Sun Aquarius and a Moon Aquarius. So our male outer external expression, and our body is masculine Aquarius. But the way we do things internally, our subconscious body, our feminine energies is Aquarius too. So it's balancing out the humanitarian aid worker, the innovative thinking, the forward thinking, with the sun energies of Leo, because the weaknesses of your star sign, to strengthen the weaknesses of your star sign, you go to the opposite sign, and Leo's the opposite sign to Aquarius. So for us to strengthen our Aquariusness, we go to the Leo. And plus it's number 13, which is effort, and that equals 4, which is the age we got stuck at in the neurological brain pathways of the trauma. So that's the astrology. Numerology, because the numbers add up, because the black's 28, that's 13, the sun card that we just showed you. Trust is 13 backwards, which is 31. These cards up here, there's 28 up here for knowledge, which is the same as this one. Wisdom's number 7. 7's the number for self-growth. But the other one that came out, because we weren't going to have these, but the numbers all made sense, is 16. And 16's the number for rebirth, made up of 1 new beginning, 6 love. But together they equal 7. So you've got 2 7s. And 2 7s, 77 is the number for spirituality, but they equal 14. And as we said down here again, it was 41 came out, which is 14 backwards for plum, overcoming challenges that we showed at the beginning. And the other card was imagination, which was 41 2, wasn't it? Yes, that was 2 41s down there, which is 14 backwards. And we've got another 13 here on the cat spirit, which is the same as that card down there. And what numbers have we got here? We've got 3, 7, 4. So we've got 3, 4, 6, 7. And we've got 2 3s, because that's a 3 there as well. So we've got 33, which is communication. And we're in the month of Gemini, which is about communication. And 33 is the number of communication. No, we've got 3 3s, because that's the 3 as well. 3 of Swords. So we'll go through these cards in a minute, but 3 of the Empress, that's a major arcana, and these are minor cards. 3 of Swords, which is 3 of air, 3 of mind, which is a dark card, a pain, deep hurts, deep pain in the tarot. And then we've got the 3 of Cups, which is about emotions and celebrations. We've got these ones mirrored again, like we had on the bottom of the pack, the 5 and the 6. that was the four. That was the Six of Wands, and then the Major Arcana. And this one is the Lovers, which is the Major Arcana. But rather than four, it's the six, which is Lovers, which is about duality and choice, which is the Gemini again. And we're in the season of Gemini, like I said. And that's all about duality of the mind and making a choice and feeling this way one minute and then feeling that way another minute. And then you've got the four down here, which is those Roman numerals backwards, which is the Four of Wands again. And you've got the blue eye in the middle, the seeing. That won't go down. And then you've got the blue eye, blue's communication, the throat in the middle, and you've got the little bit of red, but mainly orange and yellow, which is your which makes sense for us because orange and yellow is your second chakra, your sexual energy, which has the most energy, and then your yellow is your third chakra, your solar plexus, which is all about the empowerment, self-empowerment. But all your chakras will be out of line if your root chakra is not healthy and in optimum resonance and balance. And our root chakra isn't, but will be soon. And this makes sense because the colour, it's the colour red in here, it's all black, and the only colour that's in there is red, which relates to your root chakra, and it's not organised, it's all wrapping up the swords. And if the swords is air, which is the mind, you've got your root chakra all messy, wrapped up and not aligned and not in harmony or resonance, messing up the mind, the three aspects of the mind too, because there's three swords. There's the left brain hemisphere, conscious mind, right brain hemisphere, subconscious mind that rules the heart and the body, and then your third one, which is the crocodile brain, the old brain, the brain in the middle that bridges the two hemispheres together. So that's how we interpret that card. And of course, with our trauma happening at the age of 4, we've been living in our bridge brain, our crocodile brain, the fight, flight, freeze, adrenaline, which is the right vagus nerve, most of our life. So we've done the card, find richness, we've done that one, find richness from the dark and the night. We've done the trust card. So we'll go back, do this in order and do the happy card. So I smile, I laugh, I bounce. We smile, we laugh, we bounce. You smile, you laugh, you bounce. Happy. Happy. Ask yourself, what does happiness mean to you? When was the last time you felt truly happy? What did it feel like? We're happy when we stroke our cat Zendaya. What can you do to bring more happiness into your life? Stuff like this. Affirmation. I choose happiness and hold love and joy in my heart. We choose happiness and hold love and joy in our heart. You choose happiness and hold love and joy in your heart. And there's our joy card at the top there. So they all interlink well, which is great. And this is us practice and learning and growing. Oopsie daisy. Don't want that. You go back over there, please. And then we push you back down there like that. Yay, working. So then this was the next card to come out. Shark. It's a back bend. So you've got the back bend in the top corner here. So we've done the yoga teacher training. So this is bringing our teacher back out. And sharks are sleek, and it brings in words with movement and shape. Powerful and determined, and you need all those words to embrace the sharks are in the depth of the sea. The depths of the sea represents consciousness. So the depths of consciousness is the subconscious mind. So you need to be sleek and powerful and determined to go into the subconscious mind and embrace and find the shadows within. And then it shows you on the back how to do it. And eventually, when we get better at this and better in our body, we'll do a little live version of these cards maybe. So it's got 1, I am long and sleek. Lie on your tummy. So you lie on your tummy and you think to yourself, when you say, I am long and sleek, I am long and sleek. 2, you clasp your hands behind your back. So there's 1, I am long and sleek. 2, you clasp your hands behind your back. And you say, I am a strong swimmer, I am a strong swimmer. And then 3, roll your shoulders back, lift your hands, feet and chest. Roll your shoulders back, lift your hands, feet and chest. And you say, I am determined, I am determined, I am determined. And what you're doing here is you're connecting your mind to your body with language and words and body movements. And then 4, that one there, You breathe, arch, lift and lengthen your whole body. Arch, length, breathe, arch, lengthen your whole body, and you say, I am a fierce shark, I am a fierce shark. Sharks know what they want and go after it. Use this pose to develop your strength, focus and determination. Do you have a fear you need to face? Circle it like a shark and scare it away. So that's great, considering we've got the black card of find richness from the dark night, and you find strength and power from the shark yoga posture, and you're doing your yoga to help move it out of the body, the dissonant frequencies in the body. So all of this is ways to embrace your inner child, and or to even do it with your kids, rather than always doing all that work from the mind, because psychotherapy in the conventional way that it's done now just re-traumatizes and re-traumatizes, because one's only talking to a therapist and doing it in their left brain consciousness, and that's why it takes years and years and you don't really get nowhere and it hurts. Whereas we've got this, and then our out loud reading, which out loud reading utilises the mind and mind energy and helps us learn and grow, but from the right brain. And we do it on here on live so that we can then watch it back live, because it gives us a more real version of us. And we don't have to do all the faffing in between of having to upload it and all stuff like that, which gets hard and confusing and procrastination. And then we get to watch it back to learn and grow, but then others can watch it back as well if they want to, and teach themselves. So those are those cards. Then we went and did these cards, and you got the Mother of Swords. So the Mother's in tarot is like the Queen, and the King controls the emotions and his empire's kingdom, and the Queen is the master of expressing her emotions and delivering it in words and communicating it. And when you've got the Ace, which is number 1, the new beginnings, that's like got the Ace here with it's the wands here, and wands fire, and you've got all the fire energy in the background. So she's kind of like hugging and nurturing and protecting the Ace. She's protecting the new beginning, and because it's loads of eggs, the new beginning is the eggs, the new life, and so that's like your next generation. And we're doing this to help guide ourselves, help guide other people into embracing what they're in denial about, so that they stop passing their subconscious shit onto their children accidentally, because children learn by monkey see, monkey do, not from what you say. So all your pains and hardships you're passing on to your children, unless you find ways to manage them and grow out of them and cleanse them and pure them away. And so this is very hard for us, because it's hard work being in a grown body, in a young network brain and mind, and confusing people, because you'll suddenly go into your trauma and turn into a 4-year-old child, but the adult is still inside, locked inside somewhere. So you still need to be treated with respect, but then all children should be treated as like an adult with respect, but with the vocabulary and language base that they understand for their age. And if they don't understand language yet, then they need to be given the respect, and body language and heart language and the other interpretations of language needs to be used. But that's what society's not so good at the moment. So yeah, this is the snake, the mum, protecting with her heart and her passion, because it's the wands, and the wands is fire. The new beginnings, the nurturing the next generation. Because if we taught yoga in all the schools, war and violence would be eradicated with, between 1 to 3 generations. So the next card we got was a 10. 10 is the number of karmic completion, and I don't really see much in that apart from complete darkness, which is kind of what's going on at the moment. There's a lot of darkness going on at the moment, and it's more important that everyone finds their own light and their own colour and shines that light on their own darkness, because to change and shift the external energies and collective consciousness, that only happens from changing our own internal consciousness, and expanding it and growing it to higher vibrations and frequencies. It's like the 100 monkey effect. One monkey learns to open a coconut with a stone, it then teaches the next one, it then teaches the next one, but it's 100 monkeys only need to learn it, and then you've got collective consciousness. So if we can all learn to find our own passions, and shine our lights in our own darkness, then eventually when enough of us do that, collective consciousness will do that, and the violence and the war and the crime will decrease. And it can start by teaching yoga and meditation to children in schools. So that's what I get out of that card. That was a bit deep, but I suppose 10 means karmic completion, you see, and karmic completion is made up of your binary system, 1 and 0, new beginnings and union. Although in vortex math you don't have any 0, it's just 1 to 9. So then you've got here the Empress, and the Empress is the embodiment and the qualities of all the queens. So you've got the Queen of Fire, which is the queen of your heart, your queen of passions, desires. You've got the Queen of Wands, which is the Queen of Fire is the Queen of Wands, sorry. You've got the Queen of Swords, and Swords is the air, which is the mind. So that's basically, you've got complete control, or you've got control and complete understanding of being able to communicate, understand your mind and communicate your mind and your feelings through language and words. Then you've got Pentacles, which is earth, so it means you're the queen of being grounded. You know exactly what you need to stay grounded, so you can be the calm amidst the chaos. Cooking, painting, drawing, being creative keeps you grounded, but if you've not got the fire qualities, then you don't know what sparks your passion, really. And then what's the last one? Cups, which is your emotions. So being queen of your emotions means you're able to express your emotions, and you're able to express them through your mind and through language and through body language. So the Empress embodies all the qualities of all the queens: fire, earth, air, water, which is all your elements, basically. We're going to do our own tarot cards and put another set in. And then you've got the Lovers, which we explained earlier. It's about relationships, it's about love, but not just romantic love. It's about harmony and balance between the duality of life. So another perspective of that is the yin and the yang, the black and the white, the night and the day, the light and the dark. So you're finding balance between the duality. So if you've got a seesaw, and you've got a really heavy person and really light person, there's going to be extreme angles of the seesaw. But if you move the heavy person forward a bit and the light person back, then you'll find the balance. So everything, if you're looking at it at 2D perspectives, you can always find the balance of the central pivot point of that seesaw. So that's what we get from the Lovers card. And then down here you've got the Four of Wands. So the 4 relates to Mother Gaia again, stability, foundation. Wands is fire, passion. So here you've got the fire and the passion around the outside, and you've got these 4 wands making a diamond shape, protecting the blue eye in the middle. And the blue doesn't look like indigo, it looks like blue. And it's over, all the lines go into that central point. So it's like the blue, the throat, the communication, the voice, is colour is trapped within the dark void, and it's only just coming out of that dark void vortex. And if you've got a storm and a tornado, then the central bit of the vortex of the tornado is where you've got really calm. That's like the calm before the storm. So when we do a detox to release the toxins from the physical body, to release those toxins in the physical body, it could come out as diarrhea, it could come out as spots, headaches. Those toxins need to come out somehow in the physical body or the chemical body. It's the same in the mental body. The chaos and the dissonance and the toxins come out in the mental body through negative thought patterns, belittling yourselves, belittling others, judging yourself, etc. It can come out in the emotions as feelings, how you feel in your body, how you feel about yourself, what your emotions are like. Don't know what we're talking about anymore there. So yeah, your second chakra is your emotions and your power. That's all protecting your voice, or trapping your voice. It's stopping your voice, stopping you from using your voice. Because if you look at children that can't talk yet, 2-year-old tantrums is coming into my mind now. They stamp their feet and they lay on the floor and they bang their hands on their feet and they shout and scream because they can't communicate how they feel. They can't get out those dissonant frequencies that's obviously making them feel bad in that moment. So as a parent, it's not about shouting at them or screaming at them or feeding them more dissonance and more chaos. It's about distracting them and changing the frequency. But you can only do that for them if you can do it for yourself. So you've got to learn how to embrace that inner children in you first. We discussed this sword earlier, which I thought was really good, and then we go on to here, which 7. 7's the number for self-development, self-growth. It's a very spiritual number in the linear way. So you've got your 3 and your 6 and your 9. 3, 6, 9 are the spiritual numbers for circular system thinking, because everything is a circle and a cycle of life and patterns and rhythms. But we stuck in our, which is the now, the right brain hemisphere, the body, but we're stuck in society of left brain hemisphere, past and future, which is linear thinking. There's a beginning and an end, where actually beginnings are endings and they overlap. And here again it's the 7, but you've got like 6 white swords here, but they're kind of out to the side, 3 over there, 3 over here. 3 is the number of like creativity and a feminine number, and they're at the back looking in, but they're shining the reflection of the light that's been given from this one wand in the middle that's lit up here with all the mainly orange, the mainly second chakra energy there, and they're doing it on their own. So it's like you've got these outcasts reflecting back, being a mirror, but they're shining their own light on their darkness, having light within, and it's at the top. So it's like they're shining their light on their internal mind, using their second energies, which are the strongest energies, to go upwards and bring light into the darkness of the mind and the mental thoughts, the mental negative thoughts. And then here we've got number 3. So what we're doing here with this tarot is, when you see people and tarot readers, they all mainly, some of them do internally, and you've got the internal and the external expression. But where we're at the moment with our understanding and our growth and our learning is that, from David Eagleman and the BBC Brain documentaries, that everything external is an illusion, and it's all about internal and our own internal perceptions and perspectives. And so therefore we've been managing and learning our triggers by looking at different tarot card readers, see what we get triggered about or what we think's different, and then applying that to ourselves in an internal way. So eventually, you know, we want to rise our vibration and our awareness and our understanding so that we can meet a partner, meet a lover, and be a mum. Because we do all this to, one reason we do all this is to be a mum, and we don't want to pass our subconscious shit onto our children, because we know how much the pain hurts, and there's no way I want my kids to suffer any pain like this. So we're doing the work that we need to do. So these tools, and looking inwards and using them as interpretations inwards, is what's helping us learn and grow. But we've learned and grow by finding out what other people's interpretations and definitions are them, and reversing it normally. So using these as a modality to find out what's going in yourself, and not just taking what resonates with you, but also taking what causes dissonance, because you've got resonance at one end of the spectrum, and you've got dissonance and chaos and harmony at one end, you've got dissonance and chaos at the other end, and in the middle is your neutral, your indifference, your central pivot of balance. So you can't always just keep the stuff that makes you feel good. You've actually got to embrace a little bit of the stuff that makes you feel bad, because the only reason you're feeling bad is because you have some of those frequencies in you that are resonating with the badness. And to clear those frequencies, you need to know what they are, and those frequencies are normally what you're in denial about. So what you get defensive about, or what you judge, are the frequencies of what you're actually in denial about, is something in yourself, but your subconscious is feeding you a lie to project that outwards, when everything really is a reflection of what's going on internally for you. And when we master this in ourselves and master ourselves, we can then hold the light, with showing the light in our darkness, that there's no darkness inside us as individuals anymore, and then we can shine that light out into others, so that then there's real pain and real darkness going on outside in the world, we can still stand strong in ourselves and shine our light out on others, because there's no internal frequencies that's going to resonate with those pain anymore, and we can hold the space and be neutral with it. So that brings us into 3, because all physical ailments only manifest in the lower 3 chakras, red, orange and yellow. And this is 3 of cups, and they're all looking out to the sun, and they've got the 3 of emotions, creativity and play, and they've got the balance and the harmony in their feminine energies, because 3 is a feminine number, and they've got to understand their emotions and where they're at. And 3 is the first. You've got 3, 6, 9, and you can't get to 9 completion unless you've done 6 harmony, but to get to that you need to embrace 3. And when you look into it, and abundance and manifestation, 3 is the number of poor, and one needs to be embraced being poor and being happy to being poor with the simplicities of life before they can go on and being happy for other people's successes and riches and wealth, if they perceive that financially, but any kind of, emotionally, friends, family, anything it is really. Because if you're not able to bring celebration and joy into other people succeeding in whatever aspect or interpretation or perspective that is in life, then that's because then you're never going to bring abundance into your own life. And so that's what I get from that card. And then the good tarot is the Page of Fire, and it's all the bits, the dots, because we've been going on about connecting the dots in our body, connecting the dots in our mind, and the dots in the mind are your nodes, your neurological pathways, and the travels between the nodes, and there's more energy that fires in the nodes. So in your body, you've got loads of chakra centres. So your big dot is each main chakra in your body, but then you've got your chakras at your elbows and your chakras at each joint. So that's each of the dots basically, and it's about joining them to find the most healthiest alignment in the body for the energy to flow through smoothly without causing a hypermobility or anything in the body, and also in the mind. And the Page of Fire is the young energy. So when you're an adult, it's about finding your young inner child and embracing that young inner child, and having the capability to be able to utilize your mind as an adult to be able to see and feel and hear and taste and touch from a childlike perspective, understanding that the universe, multiverse, is limitless, whereas as an adult we get stuck in belief systems, an adult way of thinking, which makes the universe feel like it's limited, but it's not that way at all, and that's then what causes our hinders, our limiting self-belief systems, which is what the Sagittarius full moon and eclipse and energies is clearing at the moment, limiting beliefs. And then at the top is our Reiki card. So if we just move these off here, which we love, it falls down. And our Reiki card is calm, the centre of the vortex, the central vacuum of equilibrium, the centre of the tornado or the whirlpool. Calm amidst the chaos, the calm before the storm of the detoxing as a collective. Just for today, I will let go of worry. Just for today, we will let go of worry. Just for today, you will let go of worry. Find your calm amidst your chaos, and then we all can find our calm amidst our chaos. And collective consciousness, the world, Mother Gaia, can evolve into happiness. Oh, we forgot the animal spirit message, which our spirit guides Bast, Independence and Play, the cat goddess. We told you the story about this falling out earlier, and our other spirit guide that the Annie B painting's on is Ganesh, remover of obstacles out your way, but also placer of obstacles in your way to help you grow and learn, and the holder of knowledge and awareness. He's one of the whatever gods, most well-known gods in India, and it's number 13, new beginnings and creativity. Together we're equaling 4, healthy foundations and structure in that root chakra, transcending past pain traumas. 13 is the number of effort, and the cat spirit, claim your independence, claim your freedom. And that's all reds and oranges mainly again as well. And she's got wings, angel wings, and pretty patterns and a diamond third eye. And then what's really good is this, look. Shinto self-empowerment, Shinto's message to you. How to heal the holes in your rainbow electromagnetic fields. Baby steps to start with. So shall we open this up and see what's inside? Our message to you. Take the leap, Greys. Embrace the fall in you and jump and use your angel wings to fly into the dark void of the unknown, of the shadow dance with life. Jump! Jump! So the first thing of Shinto's message to you. If you had 3 questions only to ask someone to really get to know them, what would they be? If you had 3 questions only to ask someone, what would they be? And then ask them to yourself. Shinto's are number 1. What ignites or sparks your passion? What ignites or sparks your passion? Number 2. So for us, what ignites and sparks our passion is, for the younger ones, and this now because we can feel ourselves getting older, is this. because we want to show our live healing process because it helps us grow and heal. It will help others, inspire them. We're following our intuition and doing whatever in the moment to help it grow and heal, to spread our message, to get people to wake up and heal themselves and take responsibility and accountability for their own lives, to stop passing their own emotional dissonant frequencies onto their children accidentally by waking up to what they're in denial about in themselves. And by making it fun and using these tools and asking these questions, we can really get to know ourselves. And once we really get to know ourselves and we're compassionate and gentle and nurturing and loving to ourselves and loving ourselves, then so we can be to our kids and others, and all the violence and war and external hatred that's going on will be calmed down. And this is our way of sharing. Alarm went off. What ignites and sparks your passion? So yeah, us being creative in our own unique way with our multidimensional thinking, creative, autistic brain, our multiple perspectives due to our alternate personalities and the dissociative identity disorder, and our understanding of what these most amazing bioorganic computers or bodies that we live in, due to all of my yoga, 12 years of yoga, almost 4 years of yoga teacher training, and then 6 years of this internal self-practice, and 3.5, 4 years almost of isolation, really going into the depths of the darkness of one's soul and having to do one on one's own. Question 2, what's your biggest, wildest dream? What's your biggest, wildest dream? And our biggest, wildest dream is to have our own land, grow our own food and fruit, and have lots of different buildings and yurts and all kinds of things, and to continue creating and playing and sharing our diverse knowledge. But most importantly, which links on to the last question, is to fully accept and unconditionally love all aspects of myself, this host body, and to inspire others and the tools and the ways we've done this that's made it fun, and to accept ourselves and want ourselves and be so strong in our understanding of self that other people's judgments and assumptions won't affect us, because then we've raised our own internal frequency that much that we can attract the love into our life and find the healthy father for us and our kids, and have children and have a family. Which brings us into what's your biggest worst fear? Not finding someone to love and have a family with, or finding someone and then not knowing ourselves well enough that we scare them away or cause more pain and trauma on ourselves or hurt them. Or if we had kids, it'd be passing it on to the kids. So yeah, those would be 3 questions to ask yourself. What ignites or sparks your passion? What's your biggest, wildest dream? And what's your biggest, worst fear? And then over this side, words of wisdom. How to truly get to know yourself. Every aspect, even the darkest spaces you're unaware of. And you've got a little seesaw here, or a line. Don't know if you can see it on this, we'll soon find out. And that's the spectrum from the linear perspective, your seesaw. You've got your central pivot of balance in the middle, which is indifference and neutral. And then it's about embracing and finding the harmony between the frequencies of the spectrums that overlap between the resonant and harmony stuff that you feel good and comfortable with, that brings you pleasure, but also understanding and being aware of the chaos and the dissonance within you. So putting that into, I don't know if you can see that picture there, and putting that into words. So I'll have to read this like this. Embrace the chaos and dissonance to find the denials in the darkness, using the joy of the resonance and harmony to light the way, and so living your integral, authentic, transparent, courageous, vulnerable self. Embrace our chaos and dissonance to find the denials in the darkness. Embrace our chaos and dissonance to find our denials in our darkness, using our joy of our resonance and harmony to light our way, and so living our integral, authentic, transparent, courageous, vulnerable self, and shining our light for others.
Embrace your chaos and your dissonance to find your denials in your darkness, using your joy and your resonance and harmony to light your way, and so living your integral, authentic, transparent, courageous, vulnerable self, shining your light, then being able to shine your light for others. Take the leap into the unknown, guys. Jump. Much love. 4 parts gratitude, 3 parts play, 2 parts joy, and 1 part love. Shinto self-empowerment.